It's the E Squared Podcast.
E Squared Podcast. I'm your host, Easy Mo. You like this intro now? Remember the first one? Yo, I'm your host, Easy Mo. Today we got one of my best friends, closest confidants, Brandon, and one of my best friends by association now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, you guys are together all the time. Me and Brandon talk all the time.
Nice.
My boy Gabe, man. Yeah. What's up?
I appreciate it, man. Love is extended to you.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
when you close to someone, and even though you don't know the other person they're close to, you still feel like, yo, that's my nigga too.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when you fuck with the person in the middle. You know what I mean? And it's like, they're not, because sometimes, bro, I got friends that just bring around weirdos. You have friends that bring around weirdos? Come on, dude, that makes me not even want to be their friend anymore, you know?
I used to. I feel like that's a part of growing up. It's like getting the weirdos out, and you're kind of like, okay.
For sure.
All right, you kind of, let me get away from you. All right, let me get away from you.
Yeah.
For sure.
You shed the bullshit off. Yeah.
Shut it off.
Yeah, Brandon's been real quiet all day. He hasn't even said a word. Making me nervous. We talk every day, every morning. I'm on the phone with Brandon.
Dude, he talks business. He don't talk he don't talk like
he
wants to talk business.
No, you know what's funny about me and Brandon is when I talk to Brandon and I try to talk business with him, it's like it doesn't really connect. You know what I mean? We talk about shit, but for sure. But we really just today we're talking about his girlfriend's table company, and he's gonna be the next. He's gonna get his girlfriend a contract to get signed to IKEA or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the girl makes tables.
I said I'm gonna change the independent, the game for the independent table maker.
Exactly,
Yeah.
bro. If anybody is capable of doing it, it's you, my friend.
Shout out all my independent table makers out there.
Shout out to me. That's me, bro. I got my flannel on. I got my beard. I got my bowl of spaghetti. I got my trucker hat, bro. I fit the bill.
Yeah, we talked about that in dog houses.
And dog houses, yeah. Wait till I come
and just
out.
woodworking.
Yeah, wait till I come out with my dog house, bro. It's gonna fucking go crazy. It's insulated. If anybody's listening and you have a dog and you need a dog house, hit me up, because I make dog houses fully insulated. I could customize that bitch, whatever the case is. I'm just not cheap, I'm not a,
Two-story dog houses?
I can make you a mini house, bro. I can make you a little house in the backyard
Fuck
somewhere.
the dog then, man.
Fuck the dog, yeah.
Make me a fucking house.
Bro, for real.
My dog won't even use a dog house, so.
You have to train it. Who, Lincoln?
No.
Lincoln won't use a doghouse?
No.
Lincoln's part human, bro. He's like, what the fuck is this?
Bro.
No.
He looks at a dog house and he's like, put a dog in there. Dude.
That's funny as fuck.
Yeah. I wish I had a dog that would use a dog house.
Yeah, you have to train them, bro. I mean, there's hella other dogs over there, so. But all right, I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. But what's up, man? You guys are, I want to mark this occasion as a special occasion because we have Gabe here. Okay, it's his first time on the show.
Thanks, man.
We have Brandon though. Brandon was the very first guest of the E Squared Podcast of all time. Okay, so technically this is his third time on the show, because the very, very first episode, I didn't have any of these cameras. I didn't have any of this nice-ass setup. I didn't have any of the lights. It was literally at this table, and I had two GoPros. I had two GoPros, like the old GoPros. And we did a whole interview. We did a whole episode. And I looked at the footage, and I was like, this is good. This is cool. The audio sucked, and the video just was fucking terrible. And Brandon looked at it. He was like, bro, we look like we're in an interrogation room, first 48, and it did. And then he said that, I was like, yeah, this is really bad. So I don't know if I'd be still doing it if it wasn't for you, because if I would have put that bullshit content out and I would have thought that was good, I don't know if I might have got discouraged,
Yeah, well, that just shows how far you've ever fucking got, man. You know what
Thanks,
I'm saying?
man, yeah.
This is awesome, bro.
Well, I would like to take credit, but to Ness, bro. Tennessee and Riz and everybody at Junction Complex,
crew,
bro.
Everybody,
The crew.
It takes a whole village, man.
Yeah, man. So what have you guys been up to, man? With the music, with everything that you got going on. I mean, I kind of know what Brandon's, doing kind of. He keeps me on the outside, looking in. But what?
He does that to everyone. Don't feel a certain way.
No, it's all good. It's all good. So what's up with like your role in what everything going on with the music, and how'd you guys link up? And let's start with you, bro.
Man, how did I link up? Man, we met at an event actually. Yeah, we met at an event, and this is like right after I like first moved here, and I was just running around Vegas trying to get around, meeting people, like just getting my name out there, but not in a sense. I wasn't trying to, just like, because where I'm from a small town in Florida, so there's like no culture.
You're a Florida dude?
Yeah, I'm from Florida, man.
Explains
I've
the
only
hair.
been out here for like 4 years.
Explains the hair.
Well, I've only been growing the hair out for 2 years, but yes, yes.
Damn.
But we met while I was just out doing my thing, man.
Yeah, were you involved in music in Florida?
Yeah, me and my friends, man. Shout out High Life. I was always involved in music some way, somehow, running with them.
You do music too.
Yeah, I used to. I don't anymore, but
You hung it up?
yeah, that was a while ago. That was just a phase because I was just doing music at the time. I would say for myself, like even now, like I'll just do it for myself. I'm definitely not the person that I want to see my face in the lights. Like, I could care less about any of that. You know what I'm saying? So it was more of like dude, that's not my that's not my MO. I'm not trying to do that.
You had to try it. You had to try it to realize you didn't want to do it.
Yeah. And like when you go somewhere new, you can kind of like do all the things that you didn't know you could do.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, who knew? I didn't know where I would be back then. So like going to a new market and you're like, okay, like let me like use all my talents and myself and put it out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When you, I think living somewhere else, like other than you grow, like moving and going somewhere else, really helps you grow. Yeah. Like a lot.
I mean, I try and tell people back home all the time. I'm like, dude, like it's cool. I understand it. Like hold down where you're from always, but like you have to get out there and you have to see new things, man.
Yeah. What part of Florida were you from?
Central Florida, like a half an hour from Gainesville, if you know where that is, where the UF plays.
Right.
So small country town, man.
Really? You're a country boy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And people don't, man, people down there when I was a kid, they used to be like, oh, you Cali boy, or I'm like, dude, I'm from here, man. Right? But I was,
Wow.
Or they'd be like, oh, you're from New York, like, because you don't talk like you're from the South. You don't talk like.
Is it racist down there? Did you experience racism?
Oh, hell yeah.
In the South?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
See, we're not like, did you ever really experience racism growing up here? Settle, like you didn't.
Not Southern racism, but like definitely like.
But like, did you know about it when it happened, as when you were like younger, or did you have to like look back on it and be like?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, you know where we grew up. It was like it was on niggas and shit. So like, bro, I would get like dumbass tickets for like riding my bike on the wrong side of the street, shit like that. Like just dumb shit. But nothing like. No one ever called me like a, you know what I'm saying, nigga. Can I say nigga?
You can say whatever you want, bro.
The West Coast has subtle racism.
The
South is like, oh no, we're racist. The West Coast is like it's like subtle racism.
Yeah, don't you like? I feel like that's better. Is like at least you know where you stand. What side of the fence you're on.
The South is better.
Well, I feel like at least you know who who's who.
Yeah.
Because now it's like you get in other places like. People are racist, but they don't want to let you know they're racist.
It's more black and white, no pun intended.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I think that's better. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, how do you feel about all this racism shit going on? And I mean, just this whole year kind of deal.
I mean,
coming from the South too, You don't talk like you're from the South at all.
Man.
Yo, you really got spaghetti?
Yeah, I really do. You want some?
No.
Fire,
I told you
bro.
I wasn't gonna eat spaghetti twice in a day,
bro.
Is it from your? Wait, what's your hat says Alfredo's?
Oh yeah. This is Freddie Gibbs hat. This is Freddie Gibbs hat. Yeah. No, this is from Bootleggers. Shout out to Bootleggers. They gotta give me my sponsorship.
Is it a Vegas classic that you need to put me on?
Yeah, I got you. It's right down the street.
Really?
It's on Las Vegas Boulevard. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for telling me about that one.
I've never been there.
He's from. He doesn't leave the north, so he's if it's like Sahara and South, he's not going.
No, what are you talking about? I used to live on the Southwest.
Oh, you did. You see live on the Southwest. Oh, my bad. I retract my statement.
Is that when I met you? When you were right?
I lived down the street from you
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
I've been living over there.
Yeah, yeah. All right. When I met him, he was in the Southwest.
Let's tell me about white people. Come on. Tell me about how much you hate white people.
No, I'm not gonna say I hate you. You're not gonna get me canceled. Nah, man. But I've seen some things in the South. It's way more like prevalent where like if they don't like you, they will make it known.
Right.
Every chance they find, especially if you like do anything or get caught up in the justice system. Like I've seen them like, you'll think you're okay, or a white dude's gonna take a lesser charge than obviously like an African American, this or that. But like, it's just.
Did you ever be like, all right, sir, I'm gonna go and fuck your daughter? Did you ever like growing up?
Nah.
I had friends, bro. I went to school in Ohio, bro, and that was like, it's so funny because you knew these white girls in college came from racist families, but they love black dudes, bro. They love black dudes.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's so funny.
We can testify to that.
We can testify to that. Shouts to. Okay, never mind. Let's change the subject. But nothing. Bro. I started drinking. So when I started drinking, my filter goes really out the window. But so let's get back to the music though, man. So you guys kind of found like a little lane. Like I talked to Brandon about this a little bit too. But like artists like Tux and like different kinds of like almost subgenres of hip hop. Like do you see that as do you see these little pockets of hip hop as like the beginning of like what's hot and what's going to be next, or do you kind of just see it as like individual artists just making music and that's what comes out, or do you see it as a type of music? Yeah,
both. I believe that that they're all their own entity and they're very good at being themselves, and nothing can stop them from doing that, and that's the part that I love. And then I think that just like how like rock has like, oh, it's metal, it's hardcore, it's punk, it's alternative. Like I just named 4 right there, but with rap and hip hop, we haven't got to that point to differentiate them.
Yeah.
So like that's where we're at now in hip hop, I feel like.
Yeah, you kind of have to there has to be like a label, like a different genre, like, you know what I mean, of hip hop. It has to be like pop or something, whatever the case is.
There's kind of subgenres.
Yeah,
well, I guess like trap and shit like that, but
no. There's way more subgenres. They're just not hitting the mainstream yet.
Yeah.
Like they're just not known yet. But there's a ton of different subgenres in hip hop, I feel like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How is it work? How's your experience been so far working with artists, like from behind the scenes standpoint?
I mean, it's been great. I mean, I feel like I've always kind of been behind the scenes, but it's great. You know what I mean? I mean, any opportunity that I've came across because of Brandon, it's always been great. I mean, I'm thankful for it. I haven't had not one bad experience, so there's nothing bad I can say about it.
Yeah.
I mean, sounds boring, but it's just the truth of it is.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. It's kind of hard to put like your finger on what exactly goes on, and kind of hard to describe. Like, I feel you. It's very elusive. Like the industry's elusive, huh?
Some weeks it'll be like a ton. Like I feel like we'll do a ton. Like we'll be in LA, and then like something will happen, and then this will happen, and then we got to go do this, and then like sometimes it's just chill. I don't know. It kind of all blends together at this point.
Yeah, it's not. It's like it's not a normal job. It's hard, and I understand, but it's like it's hard to describe because it's like especially with people that have always worked hard, like regular jobs, and then they have a real job description, you know. But what are some of like the things you do? Like
everything.
Like five. Okay, but what specific? Like 5 things. Name 5 things.
Schedule releases. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I've done a lot with my artists. I'm very hands-on with them. Like, traveling to different states to set up their bank accounts. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot clearing records, everything. Like,
clearing records.
A lot, man.
Setting them up with other
sessions,
artists.
other artists, everything. Like,
doing the networking for them so that, to present them more opportunities in the future. Like, you know what I mean? It's stuff like that. And like with a passion job like this, I feel like it's not really like
it's kind of hard to like say what do you do because it's like it's
whatever
so
it takes.
it's kind of it's like whatever it takes.
Or
it's
whatever
like,
comes.
Yeah. It's like so ingrained. Like my artists are so ingrained in like my everyday life at this point that it's like it become a blur on when you're like, oh, what are you supposed to do? It's like I don't know because
like you talk every day.
I talk to them every day. You know what I'm saying? And like it's like all day, all night. You know.
Do you like? Does the relationship line get blurred between business and friendship?
Not with like the group. Okay, so like the group of artists that we're working with, like just the chemistry that we have. It's good. Like they respect me as their manager, stuff like that. But we're all still boys, and like also they're younger than me. Mm-hmm. So like. At the same time, like I kind of be doing like my own shit. Like I'm not staying up till like 5 a.m. every night in the studio because like
you gotta set a boundary somewhere.
Yeah, I kind of. It's not even like consciously setting a boundary, but those boundaries like set themselves. You know what I mean? Like I can't do what you do because I have to be up at like 7 a.m. to like
take the dog out.
No, not even that, but like to work.
Calls.
You know what I'm saying? To work, bro. Because like even outside of like. Outside of my artist, like I still gotta make money other ways. You know what I'm saying? Like I still gotta do things, to just grow other businesses and just keep moving. So it's I don't have the luxury of just sitting in the studio making music. It's not even really a luxury because that's their job. But you know what I mean? Like my tasks are different and like my mindset's different. So naturally, by just being like focused on kind of like what I have to do and just like where I am, like I'm not an artist, bro. So. Those boundaries kind of like create themselves. Yeah. Like where we record out of, it's like a crib. Everyone lives there.
Yeah. It's like a content house almost.
Nah, it's not even a content house because we're not making content. We just make. Well, we're making music, but we're not like vlogging or anything like
but
that.
It's like a creative house though.
Yeah, it's like a creative. There's someone there making music the whole time. That's where we stay.
Organically.
The producers, the engineers. The entire team and like all my artists work out of this one place, and
that's crazy.
So it's just all together, you know what I mean? So like I'll go to bed, and they'll be recording, and I'll wake up, and they'll still be recording, or like so. There's just like those boundaries, like they just create them themselves, but we're still cool. Like we talk.
Do you feel like as you're getting older and those like obvious boundaries, like those natural boundaries, those natural differences that you have with your artists, you think that's gonna make you more efficient?
Yeah, they get it. Like they get it. Like
because you see some young artists with like 45-year-old, 50-year-old managers, and I think that works, because it's not like they're
and no, because it's like both because we hang out with them so much.
Exactly.
We hang out with them so much, so that's what I said. Like there's boundaries that have like created them, like that have naturally just been put there. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't spend every waking moment with them. Like they have their own crib. I don't really go over there. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You know what I mean? Like I go over there, we'll kick it, but I be like, yo, go do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? But we hang out. But even while doing that, like we hang out so much, and then I feel like, their friends come around, and like we're just, there's more and more. So you have to be kind of somewhat in tune. Like you have to hang out with these people if you want to be efficient. You know what I mean? Like because you have to
have a bond.
Yeah, you gotta know the music. You gotta know like what they're listening to. You gotta know what like.
Just an authentic bond.
Yeah.
Just like having authentic
It has to be authentic. Like you can't just be like, oh, I'm the manager and I just like chill at the crib and nah, like I talk to him every day. Like if I'm not hanging out with him every day, I talk to him every day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like multiple times.
How did those recording sessions in the house go? Or is there like rules to the house? So like no girls over.
No one even does like bro. Like it's crazy. Mindset, like that's. Bro. No, that doesn't even happen. Like we don't even have to
girls.
We don't even have to say that, bro. Like, that's just not a thing.
It's like
it's really work, huh?
Man, I mean, it's kind of like our own little pocket. Like
that's kind of like, and that's crazy because like there's no.
That's super crazy.
There's no.
Nobody's on some fuck shit.
No, it's like it's a non-fuck shit environment.
There's usually a one person that's on some fuck shit.
No, man.
Or I just can't Or just needs a girl around, or a couple girls around, whatever.
Or is just always doing too much.
Yeah.
No, we don't even really smoke weed like that. Or
Really?
nothing like that.
Nah, we'll take it. Well, I mean, we smoke.
We smoke, but like, bro, it's not like.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
But
No.
the music, the creation is
Like,
the music is the first, comes first.
so like the way that it works, like for example, like if Koi was to come over, Koi records by himself. Like,
That's what he does.
he'll record with like me in the room or like Gabe or like that's it. But like more than that, he's not doing it. Like,
Right.
He's good at doing him. Like,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
just like how he's comfortable. So like in the morning early, sometimes like Koi will pull up and then Koi will be in there for a few hours and that's like mad chill because it's just Koi doing Koi and like I'm on my laptop.
In the
I'm
morning?
on the phone in the morning. Yeah, bro. We start like. The session say like a session will end at like 6 in the morning and then like somebody like a Koi or someone else will come in at like 9 a.m. And then like it goes again and then like we have an
And the engineer switch out.
Yeah, so we have an engineer from that moved out from Arizona. His name's Nick. So like Nick has
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah
He what?
He's with them. So
all my
makes it a
artists live
lot-
together.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
everything a lot more.
Oh, they live in a
smooth.
separate house than that place.
Yeah.
Yes.
They live like 10 minutes down the street in their own place.
Mm.
And then so like what'll happen is Koi will record himself. So like if he wants to do session in the morning, he'll come, he'll do his thing in the morning, and then boom, he'll go about his business. Like Koi, like he does his thing. Like he has a girl, like you know what I'm saying? Like he's chill, like does his thing. Like he's very like hands on with his stuff. So like it's different. All the connections with all of them and how they work is differently. It's all different, but it all flows together. Like it all flows together. So like boom, Koi will leave and then say like depending on like how late Tux stayed in there or Jack stayed in there, one of them will show up or then we'll bring in like or someone like we'll bring in an outside artist that's like a homie of ours.
It'll be a whole nother artist.
A whole
coming in.
that's not even like in the camp, but just like a homie. So we'll be like, oh boom, studio's open.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
then so-
whoever that person is will still be a genuine relationship.
Yeah, it's like it's still like
It'll
a
still
homie.
be
Yeah.
like somebody that's like, okay, we know they're not gonna come with that fuck shit.
Yeah.
You know what
So
I mean?
like another artist will pull up, and then depending on the artist, like I'll call Nick, and then Nick will come and like engineer, and then when Tux comes in, usually like Nick will handle like the beginning of the Tux session or do like the whole session. Jax usually records late at night, and then when Jax, there's like 2 other engineers that tag in for Jax and 2 other producers that tag in for Jax at night.
That's
So
crazy.
like 2 producers, 2 engineers are sleeping throughout the day. There'll be a whole nother engineer. Boom, and then we have like a whole production system, and then we're like outsourcing. So it's like a whole, not like I don't want to say like a conveyor belt, but like
Yeah,
it's
like
an
a
ecosystem.
Yeah.
It's like an ecosystem.
Yeah. Like a workhouse ecosystem.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. That's like that's amazing, and that's in LA, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
man.
Angel, like you know, sometimes I'll have Angel pull up.
TFC?
He'll
Oh,
do some
dope.
shit, and like
Yeah.
it's just a way for people to like get outside their circle because the studio's like open to like a lot of people.
There's
Like,
there's nothing like that out here. We need something like that out here, man.
bro, we don't charge artists either, and this is like the studio is like $130,000 studio.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like better than any studio you've been to out here for sure, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and like we're letting.
And it's in a house, so you can like.
It's separate
Yeah.
from the
It's
house.
separate.
It's at the house. It's at a house, but it's not connected to the house. At
Oh,
all.
it's like a guest house in the back or
It's a
something.
converted.
Something, yeah,
Something, yeah.
basically.
Yeah. It's its own building.
Dope.
Like,
So,
yeah.
so like you don't even have to go through the house to come in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like everyone that's like sleeping inside could be sleeping, like cooking breakfast, whatever. They don't even have to know what's going on in the studio. And like it's complete soundproof, so like the neighbors can't hear it, no one can hear it. The house
Damn,
can't hear
that's
it.
the setup, bro. Damn.
So it's lit.
So okay. So after you go through all that, the music's made. You're happy with the song. It's mixed. It's mastered. Then what?
And then we figure out how to put it out. But like it's been very interesting because I would say like a lot of the guys are at like a big reset period right now. Just because of like the elevation of equipment and resources and things like that. Like everyone's sound is elevating, and then like Tux, his sound's completely going in a whole nother direction. It's where he's off of like floating between like this rap thing. He's kind of he's going definitely more like alternative, punk. I wouldn't even want to say punk, but like more rock driven.
Oh,
Yeah, I
really?
wouldn't say
Like live instruments.
Yeah.
He looks like it'd be.
So like
Fall Out Boy.
it's more of like a sound that's gonna take more time.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's a sound that's gonna take like more time. And that was like a big reset.
Yeah, he I love his music though. He's like pop. He was like poppy rap kind of.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
And it was like wavy. It's wavy, bro.
Yeah, it's like way different now.
Yeah.
And then like
Really?
Jax. Yeah, and then we have like Jax, who is he has like a really big voice, like a really big voice, and his melodies are crazy. It's like all over the place. Not all over the place, but it's like
Very mature.
very mature.
Very mature.
Just it's different. It's like definitely something in its own that like once it develops the way it's supposed to, it's gonna be crazy. But Jackson's making insane records. And then like I said, someone like Koi, he just records himself, but he got all his music stolen.
No.
Yeah.
Recently?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So like everyone's out
Out of his house? Like on a hard drive?
Someone broke into his car and stole
Took
his
the
laptop. Yeah.
man.
Oh,
So everyone's at like this.
Why is you leaving the laptop in the car?
Whatever.
God damn,
But
Koi.
everyone's at like this like reset period. But it's cool. It's fine. Like no one's like stressed.
Yeah. You
It's-
can always make more music, man.
Yeah. And we got tons of tons of records. Like it's just about getting it lined up to come out correctly. I think everyone's past the point of just being like, oh, I have music, so drop it.
Yeah. Well, what does that mean, though?
Even with like, what do you mean? Like getting it ready?
What is it? What coming out correctly? What does that mean?
So it's like, so for one, Tux is in a whole different position. He's not just like a kid. This is just for example. He's just not like the kid that's on SoundCloud and blah blah blah. Like, we want to work with more credible producers. We want to work with songwriters, composers, things like I said. We want to make it's just about making the best record possible.
Right, right.
Like Tux is an incredible songwriter, but like when it comes to making like a great record, there's no ego there. It's just like we're in the studio, we're trying to make hits, like hits,
Period.
just like that's it. So like having that understanding, sometimes there's more hands that get put into the pot or that work on records and things like that, and there's other teams that you have to work with.
Yeah.
And like when you're making records like that, sometimes like they take time. Like things take time to come out. The process, it's a process. Like you want it mixed right, you want it mastered right, you want it like, you know what I mean? You want the record cleared, you want everything. We're doing things. He's independent. Like he was signed. He's not signed anymore. He's independent.
Yeah.
And so like we're kind of trying to treat it as if he was still signed. Yeah. Like the respect and like the handling of records as if he was still signed even as an independent artist, because like we just want that quality attached to his brand. Yeah, even outside of like, even with Jack, someone who's like relatively new to like the scene and like, who is still being developed. I hate saying develop, bro, because it's like this. He's got it. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got it. So
well, it's a constant. It's a constant evolution.
Yeah,
so,
he's still on the come up. So even someone like him, like we're all taking the time to just like get it as good as possible. And it's not even like necessarily like sitting on records and perfecting them and going back. It's just about stacking up records, having a good selection of records to pick through, and then like when we're creating, having that environment to where like just top-notch songs are being made.
Right.
And so like I said, that detail, having that detail or like having that focus, it's not as easy as just getting on a beat. It's not as easy as just like, oh, I recorded this song last week, so I'm gonna put it out. Like it's everyone, even Koi, everyone, the whole team, like everyone is like really attention to detail right now. And it may have slowed down things a little bit, but it's worth it. I feel like it's worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's definitely worth it.
So
like,
what other conversations like do you have about after the music's done about when and how and where? Like,
so
what do you do? Is there like a checklist, like need cover art, send it out, need a video, what are we gonna do, this and that?
Yeah, so like I said, all my artists are independent, so there's no like label funding any of this. Like when you see a Koi release or you see anything that's like the team, anything from like even Tux's latest stuff, like that's like the team doing that. And because it's so hands-on, like there is kind of a checklist that we go through and stuff like that. It's just, like I said, things take time because we don't have like these funds or these things like that, but we're trying to present things to the quality to where like if you saw it, you'd be like, well, these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So we're every day or every release, we're like studying new things, new techniques to put into marketing, things like that, to like where as like an independent team, we are maximizing everything, every tool that we have, or like we're taking advantage of it, and we're maximizing every step that we take. Like we're like, you know, so
treating ourselves like we are the label.
Yeah.
So like,
No, you are.
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
making
So-
sure everything's on that type of level.
Yeah.
So like even with like someone like Koi having his music stolen, you know, he dropped 3 weeks ago, and then now he just dropped Big, and then right after Big, a week later came the video. Like these our rollouts are still getting tighter and tighter, and things are getting better and better. So like there are these checklists, and there are things that we're finding like, okay, cool. And what's dope about like the team is that the artists are learning. Like I don't just do everything and just like tell my artists to go play, you know, PlayStation or go whatever, sit in the studio, just make. So like every release that I do with all of them, like I talk to them, I let them, like, we work together, you know what I mean? Like they're learning, you know, they're calling me and be like, yo, let's try this, you know? Like every release, everything's getting better and better and better.
They're thinking more of like the music than
As a business, they're
Yeah.
still very like focused on like the creativity, but at the same time they're treating their music with like so much more respect, and like to me that's
And that's the beauty of it.
That's the
the beauty of it is like everybody cares. Everybody cares about each other. Everybody cares about the next person. Like there's no like, oh well, it's no slack here. It's like no, everybody cares.
How many people are you guys working with right now? Like that would you say? Is it like
like behind the scenes or artist wise?
just total. Like the circle that makes the wheel turn. Like what is it?
There's like artists,
Like your little mini
Specific
label, your
art-
little mini independent label. Why don't you just start a fucking label?
we kind of have.
Yeah. Well, what's it called?
It's called.
You guys have
Yeah.
Oh, you've had this conversation.
No, like everything's done, bro. Like it's done.
Oh,
like,
it's
like,
done.
It's like
You didn't fucking tell me about it, you cocksucker.
it's like a legit business, like everything, bro. Like
You
it's
told me you did a management company.
Yeah, I got that too. It's like trademarked. It's like trademarked and everything, bro. We're like working on trademarking and everything, bro.
You're trash, man.
So like I don't want to.
Trash, bro.
I don't.
We talk every day, but my boy didn't let me know.
Yeah. So now we got like an indie label, and it's a little bit too early. Like it's too early to say
Yeah,
right
I don't
now,
wanna-
but it's
I don't
it's
wanna
like
jinx
it's
nothing,
done.
yeah.
Yeah,
What's
but
it
it's like
called, man? Is it called Brandon's label?
no.
Called Brandon's label?
Nah, it's like
What's it called?
it's a different concept. Like it's a very interesting concept, and I don't know. I just
How many artists are on it?
zero.
Yeah.
Okay.
0.
Why? Why is there 0 artists?
It's like I said, it's an interesting concept. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't want to like say too much, but
Yeah.
when I
It might be
explain,
too early.
if it's too early to
It's
say,
too
but
early to speak and give
What is this, a 2021 thing?
Give the sauce. I don't know. Don't.
Is this a 2021 thing or what?
I don't want to say that it's not being done. I just
No, a 2021 thing.
like, oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I thought you meant like, is this like a new concept or something like that? Nah, it's like it's something
it's
that
already it's already being worked, but as far as like being probably next year, it'll be
Yeah,
2021. As far as
2021
being
for sure.
presented,
Yeah.
yes.
Take your time, man. Take your time. Oh, damn, I keep yawning. My bad. I've been working since 6 in the morning, but
And that pasta.
and that pasta,
You know what I'm
those
saying?
cars
You know
trying
what
to
I'm
knock
saying?
me
That's what I'm
out
saying,
right now,
man.
dog.
I'm trying
Golly.
to tell you, man.
But we're talking about labels. Do you want to talk about the Tux situation
I mean,
publicly?
It's not
I mean,
really. It's not. It's just.
Well, just your experience with it, you know, because I mean, the things you've told me is kind of like, you know, so there's a lot of lessons to be learned in that
Yeah.
situation. So if you wanna speak on that, I think a lot of people can learn from it.
Nah, I just gotta say, like, you know, you get into situations and sometimes like they don't work out. That doesn't, you know what I mean? Like that's just literally that's like, bro, that's what it
safe
is.
response, bro.
That's what it is, bro. Like
in a
you-
nutshell.
it's like that's the best way to put it, dude. Like
Yeah.
I can't sit here and be like, oh, so and so did this or so and so did that, or like this didn't go this way.
Yeah.
Bro, at the end of the day, like different things work out for different people, right?
Right.
What they probably saw, you know, in Tux at first, you know, they probably weren't getting that, whatever, bro, like whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever Tux saw in that situation, it didn't pan out to be what he thought it was, like whatever, bro, but like situations happen and like it's fine, like You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's gonna do him, they're gonna do them, and like there's no reason to even like think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's
Because
over with now, so
it's done. You know what I'm saying? Like it's done. Like we've been there, did that, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're not finna stop. We're not finna stop. So like that's the way I see it, bro. There's no like, there's nothing really to say with it. That happens with everybody.
Yeah.
Everything.
What did you learn from that situation? From your position in that? Same thing.
Same shit. It's like, you know what I mean? I just same shit, bro.
Yeah. So what do you got? Three to summarize the music industry. 3 words. 3 words to summarize the music industry from your perspective. Being in LA, working with major labels, working with solidified people, artists, being around, you know, DJing.
Bro, it's just I love it. I don't know if there's 3 words. You want 3 words?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm saying 3 words, but yeah. Think of 3 words that describe your music industry experience. Okay. So, would you?
I don't know, man. It's like any job.
Yeah.
I don't.
Is it like any job though?
It is.
No, I don't think it is because you got fame involved.
Nigga, I'm not famous.
I know, but the possibility of being famous is involved in this.
I don't even.
This.
Yeah, but that's not even.
Fame is leverage in your business, so
bro,
everybody wants to be famous.
No, like yes and no, dude. Like
it's not. How is it not?
Because
there's people that you have no idea who they are that have more leverage than probably a nigga that you do know who they are.
Okay.
Exactly. And those are the people that really matter. And then that's a lot.
It goes both ways.
Exactly.
Like fame has nothing to do with success. You know what I'm saying? Like there's people that have success that dictate who becomes famous that you have no idea who they are. Like
you think that's how it works?
Yeah. What do you mean? I think that's how
that dictates.
Bro, there's definitely if you don't think there's gatekeepers in music, like you're
no, for sure, but like,
and you wouldn't know their face,
and you wouldn't know,
you wouldn't know their face, and you wouldn't know their name.
Who are they?
What do you mean? Who are they? There's a bunch of people.
Yeah,
it's like it could be anyone. Is it the
like label heads and shit,
bro. It could be anyone. It could be you. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what's gonna happen to you next week, bro. You might walk outside and find the next whoever, bro.
Yeah.
Like
I think it's a position, but in overall, it's like there's those type of people at every level.
Yeah.
So at like how you were saying, like, oh, is it the label of this or that, or it could be anyone at every level, because each of them can be a gatekeeper in their own way for for what that is.
Like
so, you know what I'm saying?
There's always like a final boss you got to get past. You gotta.
Yes and no. It's like the opportunity is the final boss, not the person per se.
Yeah.
But there's certain people that create those opportunities
right.
by being around them, or that have the power to create that opportunity for you, or you know what I'm saying. It's like all over the place, man. It's something that you just
can't pinpoint.
You just learn as much as you can.
Yeah.
Make as many friends. Be as efficient as possible. And,
but isn't that your goal as a music manager, is to make your artist famous?
Yeah, no, that is the goal. Well, it's like okay, yeah.
Doesn't that suck to say?
No, it's not even to be famous, bro. I don't look at music as like fame, bro. I look at it as like success. You know what I'm saying?
Success.
If
good product.
If one of my guys were making, M's songwriting, I think they'd be okay with that if they weren't necessarily, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, obviously they have their brands and things like that, but there's so many ways to be successful and well off in music that like so many people don't think about. And that's what's cool about like the situation is because, bro, they're writing songs for each other. They're writing songs for other people. They're writing crazy songs, bro. Like,
That's good. You got them writing for other people.
Yeah, like they're doing everything. They're doing. Koi produces.
Yeah, that's a bag.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're doing everything, and they have access to the studio. So that's what I mean. Like someone's in there 20 hours out of 24 hours, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not just like making a song. That's like experimenting, you know what I mean? Like I get crazy songs from them every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's an artist, his name's Loser. He just moved out to LA, moved in with my guys.
Oh, the white dude.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah. He's from here, huh?
No, he's from like between like Barstow and LA, like some random like town in California. He can make a song about anything. Anything.
Yeah. I saw him on social media.
Like anything. And you'll hear it and you'll laugh and you'll be like, whoa, like that was deep.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So there's so many ways to do it. So many ways to do it.
Yeah. Other than like, than just thinking like, oh, I'm just trying to get you famous.
Or I'm here to bring them success, not necessarily fame, bro.
Yeah.
Fame comes if you're good at being successful, fame will come. People will know who you are.
It's a byproduct of success.
Yeah.
What do you feel about like the music, like the overabundance of artists these days? Do you feel like do you just get fed up? Just listening to so many different people, and do you feel like, because I don't know about you, Gabe, but Brandon has his finger on the pulse of the underground music scene
for sure,
and I don't understand how he has the patience and how he has the mental capacity to sit there and really like filter through these songs. And I don't get it, bro. I don't
even really have this.
Yeah,
How do you?
I don't even have to, bro. Like I live in like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess you're in the world, so it's easier.
Exactly.
But
I hang out. Literally, all I do is all day long. I talk to artists.
Yeah.
I hang out with artists.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I live with artists.
So how long you guys gonna do this? Are you guys like, what do you see your future in music?
Bro,
I
got a lot of plans for this. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what like, separates like me from a lot of niggas, bro.
So
like,
music is it for you guys. When you think about your life and you think about your future, is there well, I know I knew that I figured with Brandon, but I don't really know you that as well as I do Brandon.
Yeah, I would definitely say so, only because like, as we were saying earlier, like kind of when you're doing something like you love, it's not as much, like I said, we all have close relationships where it's not kind of as much work. Like when I'm out with him, I don't feel like it's work. Like I was friends with him, you know what I mean? I became friends with him and it grew from that, you know what I mean? So it's not like, and that's why I feel like I can do this for however long I need to do anything, because anything I do within this industry or the genre, it's like it's work, but it just feels natural. It's something I want to do. I don't count it as, I'm working. Like, hey, I gotta people wake up in the morning and they're like, I don't want to go to work. I'm like, yo,
that's me.
What's there to do? Like, what's there to do? Oh, yo, that's what's up. Let's go do that. Like, let's go do this. So it is in the sense of it's the only thing I could see myself doing happily. Absolutely.
Yeah. There's bro, there's so many ways to do it. Like you just gotta be clever, just like any other business. Like there's 100 ways to the top. So cool. Like I'm managing artists. I DJ. Like doing this label stuff. Like there's a lot that I want to do in music. To where like, not even looking at it to be rich, bro. But it's just I'm trying to do good. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just trying to like do what I feel like would push things forward. And, hopefully by pushing things forward, it brings me success, like even with like the label stuff, like I don't want to like say too much, but it's just different. Like the way we're trying to do things, it's just different. And I'm working with people that I want to work with, working with like other management teams that I want to work with, things like that. Like I started a consulting firm. So like I'm consulting for other managers. I'm consulting for artists. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just working. Like I'm just putting myself out there. So, I mean, it's not just going to be from like the percentages I make off artists, bro. Like I don't want that to be what makes me in music. Like I want to, it's going to be me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So. No, you definitely with the consulting, I think we talked about that a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, but I think that's a great idea. Consulting, because you're a good consultant, man. You consult me on my life. You're my life consultant sometimes, dude. But so what do you think has been holding you back as far as like ascending to the next level thus far? Is it resources or is it it just I'm
not even like looking at it being like held back, bro. Like things.
I feel like
I mean, what do you mean? Like, why am I not rich? Like,
not rich. It's just like it's just like more power. I feel like
I've never worked at a label. I've never like.
That's something that I am still blown away by.
I just my route wasn't traditional, bro, and also like I'm a little bit older, so.
You're not even 30 yet.
I know, but still, like, bro, there wasn't no one telling me who was doing this around us, like, at all, bro.
Nobody.
Like, okay.
Yeah, but but why have you not signed up to work for a label?
I don't want to. I don't know. Like I don't want. I mean, whatever.
I think doing it his own way and like the way that he likes to do it with the people. Because once you get involved with the label, then everything that we talked about with being close with it and friends and it not feeling like work, all that flips around because now it's
there's someone else's agenda behind it now. Like now, my agenda to work with you is to further this company's, you know what I mean, to you know, make sure that this company's getting the return on the investment. Is to make sure that like I look good in front of this boss. Is to make sure that I move up in this company. Like, so now like my interaction with musicians and my interaction with music has completely changed to someone else's motives and someone else's objectives. To where like, bro, all my artists are basically signed to my label, but they're not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we work together, we do whatever, you know what I'm saying?
It's trust.
It's trust. Like, I mean, there's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's paperwork and shit like that, but it's like no one is stuck, bro. Like, no one is stuck. And if tomorrow, if I was like, yo, I don't want to work on your music, like, or whatever, bro, like, they'll be like, fine, whatever, cool.
Yeah. They don't feel trapped or anything.
Nothing, you know.
You know what that reminds me of is getting married, you know, and getting it legally, like a contractual legal marriage. Like then you're like feel like, oh my god, like you know, there's no easy escape.
You have something to be upheld to.
Yeah, there's no easy escape. Like, and then you feel trapped when there's no easy escape. And then you know, well, you know, all the extra bullshit happens. So that's good. You know, I think that's the wave of the future for real because. You know, almost every artist now, you know, really talks of a lot of artists. The conversation is definitely in open air about labels fucking these artists. You know, especially in hip hop.
Bro, if I hang out with too many artists, like naturally to just be like, oh, ta-da, I work at it. It just wouldn't feel right, bro, because I wouldn't want to sign any of my friends. Like I wouldn't want to sign. Anybody, you know what I'm saying?
You just
like,
help them. Yeah, when you.
I wouldn't. I would if I was to A&R somewhere, like whatever, bro. Like I would literally be on the hunt for like random people I have no relationship with because like I just wouldn't want to change the balance of things that I have going with like these people that are so close to me. You know, like I wouldn't want to be like, oh, I work at a label, let me bring my artist over here, or like I know this dope artist. Like
you see that happen a lot, huh?
No. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's different for literally. It's different for every single person. So like, bro, I don't hate labels. Like, it's not like I hate labels.
No, I think they're like it's almost like a necessary evil.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a necessary evil. So like, I don't hate them. I don't. You know, they're
they play
there.
Their role, though, still. You know, they still have a role.
Yeah, but for me, I don't know. Like, I don't know how I would be in a building. Like, I'm also not a 19-year-old intern or like you know what I'm saying, bro? Like
an ass kisser.
That's
head of the music, the A&R department or some bullshit.
Yeah, bro. I argue with everybody, so like that's just not gonna go well, bro. I gotta get it out like myself.
Yeah. Is that what's that? What is that? Oh, but yeah, man, that's that's no, I see that happening. I'm just so curious because I feel like if you worked for a label, it might have like you might have learned some things, man. You might have got in there and I don't know.
For sure.
I don't know, but I respect your decision to not do it. Is what I'm trying to say. Really.
Yeah, no, I definitely would have like probably had more industry friends. I probably would have known a couple of things, you know what I'm saying, that I may not know, or I probably would have learned things a little bit faster. But then like. It would have been every idea that I ever had or like any vision that I ever had would have been suppressed by someone else's.
Yeah, you'd have to like go up the ladder.
Yeah, I would have to just
it's the corporate bullshit. Yeah. So damn, man, that's well, you've definitely had a run, man. You've definitely had a fucking run, and so far in the music industry for sure.
I feel like it's not shit, bro. It's not even shit.
Not at all.
Well, I mean, you've had some accomplishments. I mean, you both have. You've been in the rooms with people. You've been.
Bro, that's not.
You've been on tour.
The run hasn't even started, man. The race hasn't even started, bro.
All right, you guys are so humble, man. You guys are so
bro, no, it's just like it's just like when you're doing something every day and it's not even like gauging your success to someone else's success. You just know that there's so much to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot. Like, I haven't done shit. Like, there's so many accolades. There's so many things that still need to be done. There's still so many.
What are some of your goals, bro?
Bro, like, I want, gold, platinum record. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've worked with artists of that caliber and things like that. I've been in sessions with songs but I want to be able to be like, yo, like, I'm executive producing some shit. Like, I'm getting into that now. Like, there's a lot of people that are hitting me up to do like a lot of their projects. So I'm stepping into like the A&R, like there's just like the
executive
producer role, you know what I'm saying? Or like the independent A&R role with like touching records more. And that's something that I always did. And it was just like, I never really encroached on artists. I was just in the rooms and doing stuff and just, you know, making money and doing just plays, bro. But like now I'm trying to like really, really solidify things on paper, like in credits, you know what I mean? Like I want my credits on records now.
That's what you need, bro.
Shit like that, you know?
Need the credit, bro.
Yeah, so I'm just approaching it a little bit differently, and there's a lot.
Is A&Ring dead?
No.
Like, what does an A&R do in today's world?
A lot. Like bro, you're supposed to help develop, you know, this artist, the aesthetic for the artist, the rollout. You're supposed to help connect the artist, run these sessions, you know, build their projects. It's a lot. Like you're an extension as an A&R. You're supposed to be like the extension of the artist, right? You're supposed to be
but with all these independent artists and all these in all these at-home studios and all these and the internet, these artists can connect their damn selves with.
It's not even about connecting. It's about like you're supposed to be like a curator, like a tastemaker. Like you're supposed to you're supposed to be the second pair of eyes on this artist's brand and this artist's aesthetic and like their music, and you're supposed to, you know, be able to relate with the artist and then also relate with the consumer and the market at the same time and bring those two visions together. So like as an artist, your vision as an artist is whatever you see, right? It may not align with like what a consumer may see or what like the market may see. Or what, you know, may just be the best bet. Like you may feel so strongly about a record because you put maybe a lot of time into it, or maybe because you felt there's a certain emotion to it, or you become attached to records. But sometimes it just doesn't sound like it's not the best song, you know? And so like as an A&R, like that's a person that could step in and you know, bring another opinion to that situation, like to that, you know, that situation. And, you know, be like I said, be the bridge between the artist, the label, and the consumer, or like, you know.
So to me, it sounds like if you're an artist, you're working with somebody. I think A&R is more. I think the definition of an A&R has changed. So I think that's what I'm getting at, maybe, or expanded for sure. But I think as an artist, what I'm hearing is like, yo, if you're an artist and you have somebody around you like giving you opinions or something, I would want him to be like you, or you come from music and DJ, you know, has a real opinion on music and not a fucking, you know, like a fucking, you know, suit and tie, you know, kind of dude.
Yeah, there's different types of A&Rs, bro. Like there's, and also like of course A&Rs like find talent and scout talent and sign talent depending on like, you know, you know where you are. But there's research guys. Yeah. There's music guys. There's producers that are A&Rs. There's different people that have different backgrounds. You know, like personally, I DJ, bro. Like the reason why I work in music is because I love music. Like I grew up listening to like an obscene amount of music.
You come from breaking.
You know what I mean? Like so like it's not even about research. I could care less about numbers on a song. Like the numbers don't mean anything to me when I like hear music.
Nothing?
No, bro. I don't care about numbers.
They don't mean anything?
No, numbers do mean numbers. It is about the numbers, but like when it comes to listening, I don't care. I don't care if it has 2 million plays, 50 million plays, or 2 plays, bro, or 5 plays. Like,
Can you are you skeptical of numbers?
What do you mean, like fluffing numbers, or like
plays,
like numbers don't
plays and views and shit?
Yeah,
like when you see them, are you like
you can buy? Put it this way, bro. You can buy anything. You can buy anything. If you want to buy 1 million Spotify plays, there's a way for you to get 1 million Spotify plays. If you want 1 million YouTube plays, there's a way for you to get 1 million. You can do, if you have money and can figure out how to do it, you can do anything. You can make anything look like anything. You know what I'm saying? Trust me when I tell you that everything that you see is not what it is. Right. When you see songs that have like these crazy numbers or doing M's and M's and M's, like you don't know how much it costs to get those songs to those M's, bro. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just not everything just goes up organically. Trust me. Like it takes money to make money in every business, and music is like no different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it's like the songs on the radio. None of us are listening to that shit, you know. But they're paid.
But they're being played.
Heavily funded.
So I want to touch on something real quick about just success and coming out of Vegas, and I've noticed a trend that I like to bring to topic, to bring up as a topic. And Brandon, you are another prime example of that, sir, in the sense of coming out of Las Vegas, and the people that have come out of Vegas and seen success outside of Vegas and seeing real success, especially in the music industry, they all seem to not be so caught up, emotionally wrapped up in the Vegas scene.
Bro, I don't know what's going on here.
And there you go.
I mean, like, it's different. It's different, man. Like,
I'm just trying to figure out.
We're not, bro. I'm not in high school in Las Vegas anymore, so I don't know about like, you know what I'm saying. I'm not catching every 18-year-old, 19-year-old rapper or person at a house party. You know what I'm saying? It's different. And
but you've been this way for a long time though, because you had to be that way. You've kind of set yourself apart. You've been setting yourself apart. And you've never really been worried about what's going on in the city. You're not worried about showing up to every event in the city. You're not worried about any of that. And that in turn has, allowed you to, kind of expand your mind, I guess maybe. I don't know.
It's like yes and no, because think about like everything I've done as far as like not necessarily for the music scene per se, but bro, like, I mean,
you've definitely been involved.
Yeah, I was DJing like tons of shows.
Yeah, you've definitely been involved, but like, you've never been so wrapped up in the city. That what I'm saying is like, emotionally invested to a point where, this is all you see. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
I think that goes back on the outlook of like how we said like getting out of where you're from helps you see the broader picture of things. Yeah. So I think like when you do start seeing the broader picture of things, you just start like kind of separating yourself from like the people that don't.
Yeah,
so
bro.
It's kind of like
I never had like, I don't know, even when I was a teenager, bro, I had friends in other places. Like I've never been stuck here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because of breaking, I was, like, traveling young and shit like that. So, I was, like, that's what, like, really did it for me, bro. It was, like, going to jams and shit and then being, like, seeing some other, like, 17-year-old, 16-year-old kid in, like, Utah or Arizona or, like, wherever, bro. And then being, like, oh, shit, you're tight. And then, like, going home and just making friends with, like, people that just did what you did, but in another place, and like, cool, like I didn't see this nigga every day or like see this person or whoever, like friends in other states every day, but like we had something in common that kept us connected for like years, bro. Like I have friends literally that I met from when I was like 16 that lived in different states that I probably talked to more than niggas that I like lived here with and saw every day, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's just like from doing that, I was able to make connections with people like all over the world, mad young.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like something that I learned was like very important is that there's people everywhere, bro. And like, there's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's people.
Well, I bring this up, bro, because that's an important thing to make because we all see it. I mean, I'm guilty of it too myself. Like, there's been times in my life where I've been like so wrapped up in, trying to get blow somebody up out of Vegas or just being so about Vegas that, I just forget to expand my horizons. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people make that mistake here. So
I think like a super important tool for everyone is that whenever you meet someone or you're dealing with somebody, if you're able to make a connection, like 9 times out of 10, like that person's gonna fuck with you way more. If you say like, if I was to meet someone from Ohio, right, and they're like, I'm like, yo, blah blah blah. I'm like, yo, where you from? They're like, Ohio. I mean, like, oh, Skyline Chili or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that right there, be like, oh, like I'm stepping into their world. I'm letting them know, like, yo, I know something about you, or like I'm making a connection to someone. I'm bringing up something that they wouldn't expect me to know about, and boom, we have something in common right off the bat. So then people are more like receptive to you, and that's like something that I learned in breaking is that like the more people and the more ways of life that you learn, the easier it is for you to just connect with people. And like the better you connect with people, like the better you just move.
The more relationships you're gonna, the more genuine relationships you're gonna
genuine
make.
relationships, bro. You know, so like that's what it was, bro. Like with Vegas, like cool, like I can connect with a nigga from Vegas all day. Like I've been here my entire life, but so that doesn't do anything for me. But like being able to like be here and then meet people, all the people. I thought of it this way. I live in a city where like tons and tons and tons and tons of people come here from everywhere. You know, it's a tourist place. I have a bigger chance of meeting people just by living here than a lot of other people would in their normal hometowns. I come across millionaires, billionaires, all sorts of people here, bro. Especially like when you're growing up here and you work on the strip. Like I worked in fine dining restaurants, all that shit. Like when I was younger, so like you're meeting mad people, and it's just about, like I said, from breaking. I just was traveling. I was making connections with tons of people, and I just kept growing that tool, and then it just translated into like being able to do it with artists because I was talking to artists from other places, and then like we were able to connect on music and.
Yeah, well, you definitely set an example, man, for a lot of people. I know a lot of people. I know you're off the grid a little bit. You're kind of secluded. You know,
no one.
You know what I mean? And I think that's good, bro. That's super good because it's inspiration. Like, just the way you move. I peep game too. And I try to. I do my thing, but I definitely take notes for sure. So
no one knows who I am, bro.
Yeah, they will now because you're on the most famous podcast in the world, bro.
But it's fine.
You feel me?
I mean,
I'll just put you on blast, man. Hey, let's wrap this up, man. It's getting late. It's 9:20 at night, yo.
Yeah, no, I gotta go meet up with Smurf.
Yeah. Oh, you about to go meet Smurf?
He just texted me.
I'm coming.
No, he's painting.
Where's he at?
He's painting a computer case for me.
Yeah, where's he at?
He's downtown.
He's at his house?
I don't know.
I'm coming. All right. Let's wrap this up, man. Gabe, Brandon.
Yo, thanks for having me.
I appreciate you guys, man. Right. You guys are fucking great. I'm excited for your mysterious new record label. If you're hiring, holla at me. You got my email.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's different.
All right, we'll talk about it. But I appreciate you guys pulling up, man.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And until next time, man. Yeah. Peace.
Sure.
You fucking started a record label without me, bro. That's fucked up.